down smash. Not able to get the ledge guard. Oh!
Defense. Nexus is huge. Oh, you're gonna get twice!
That was an amazing forward air, changing phase, going low and launching up when it matters the most.
Will struggle in this matchup due to the fact that against Mythra, way quicker character that's gonna just bully you up close and pressure, and then Pyra's just gonna win every trade. But as we see here, like I said, Terry having disjoints of his own due to intangibility, Terry having burst options in an abundance, and a much easier time since he can just kill off one neutral interaction, even with his stronger neutral. And we'll see here how that goes.
Yeah, I think that'll be really interesting to see play out.
Yeah, but we do see here Castle, knowing the approach to take versus the Shokos, happily sitting on that platform and jumping back and forth between them.
Funny, they spent all that time banning and they still ended up on PS2 anyway. But it's a good start from Anality so far, getting a nice opening, starting to use Power Wave to kind of keep Castle out a little bit more. Remember, this is one of the widest stages in the game. So although it feels kind of aggressive because of like the platform layout, it is at the end of the day a very wide stage, a stage that you can use to be a little bit more passive if you want.
Factually, in terms of how long the stage is, it is one of the biggest stages in the game. I believe it's longer than Town too.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest legal stage in the game, certainly in this stage list. And the Jab Rising tackle coming out nice and early, and Anality not even got go yet and still taking the first stock. And we know how
very
snowball with this.
And very interesting combo route to link into the Power Wave, but we do see there the down throw up air up B is going to rack up damage. Castle fishing for the neutral B, but Anality going to jump over. You can see Castle getting a little bit desperate, and Analyty's getting a lot of damage racked up off every single whiff punish he will find.
The rare Terry Jab 3 there to send Castle to the platform and following up with a Power Wave.
Yeah, Anality has great stage awareness from what I can tell of this. Like, the fact that he knows what moves will send where and where that will leave you and how many options it will leave you with is just incredible. But, yep, dash attack at ledge, and that's not even at go on his first stock.
Yeah, this seems like it could be a 3-stock. The snowballing is really big here, and Anality getting a little bit cautious, not necessarily wanting to approach as much, but Castle does bait him into the corner.
And great air dodge back to stage to avoid the down air, but side B coming through, powering through the Power Wave, and catching Anality falling down. Good up air will lead to that stock taken, and Castle still at quite the big deficit. And it's going to be a very big struggle to actually make up the deficit here.
I mean, you did make sure that Anality couldn't use one go, but he's still got 2 left, and you're sitting at 65 already, which basically kill percent, even if you do take Anality all the way to 100 without getting hit. Oh my god! And you know what? That's why we've seen PS2. Low ceiling, dare up smash, you're dead at 65. And, and
very
like,
easy kill.
Castle's right back in this. Anality is going to look a little bit frustrated. But the invincibility on the spot dodger attack coming clutch then. Just trying to get any kind of foothold now because Castle seems almost in control now.
Yep. And Castle slowly coming back into it. Getting a good down tilt, another good down tilt. But not really going to get anything off of either of them. Going to have his dare attempt caught and sitting at a high percent here versus Terry. Very scary.
Yeah, now he finally killed this momentum a little bit, slowed the pace down, and they're both at kill percent. This is super scary.
Yep, air dodging in,
look at the mix-ups.
Yep. Caught air dodging in, and that will be the stock taken.
And that is game 1 of the set. Yeah, a really interesting set, and a really interesting opener to start with. Castle basically getting closer than ever, it feels like, to actually beating Anality. And just unable to carry it out towards the end there. The comeback was very much on. The run back is very much on. We are straight back into game 2.
Yeah,
no-
Castle did seem to be catching on to the game plan he needed to implement towards the end, so I can understand why he does want to go right back to where they were.
Yeah, no time to dwell on it. Just wants to move straight back in. Castle being a little bit more patient, not necessarily approaching as much. That is one of the things that changed between the first couple stocks.
Yes, absolutely. But we do see here Castle working very well to wall out Anality, but that's going to be reversaled, and the side B covering him very well in his attempt to get back to stage.
Yeah, a couple nice big hits from Castle so far. No huge openings or anything, but it's a nice string taking Anality all the way to 70. And
But
trying to make this
Anality
back
slowly,
pretty
yeah, Anality slowly working the deficit back himself, but these power wave attempts are getting caught very nicely by the Blazing End, which means that Anality will be scared out of going for as many power waves as he was, knowing that Castle can just side B on reaction.
Watch your go percent and just about lives, and can Anality use go? I mean, they're basically both at kill percent now, but Anality out of resources and can't get back to stage. Really strong from Castle
Yep, it
again.
was an unfortunate, but Castle will take it. Just mobility camping Terry now, looking to land on him with an aerial. Jumping around, looking to land with an aerial to get a solid string here. Not really wanting to commit, because one commit can lead to a kill confirm off a jab, off a down tilt, off an up tilt, off anything really with this character. F tilt, not going to connect though. Too high of a percent to get a crack shoot, or even a side B off of it.
Yeah, and Castle rolling all the way out of that auto cancel down tilt, knows the timing for it, knows what Anality's going for, and continuing to just kind of stay just out of this range. Oh, is that it?
Yep, jab power dunk, committed too hard to the jab at ledge.
Yeah, I thought you could punish the auto cancel power dunk on parry, but unfortunately you cannot.
Yep, here is the thing that I've noticed with Castle. He commits from area often to jab at ledge. If he gets jab 1 and 2 on his on your shield, he will just go for the rest of the jab.
Yeah, and like that's good in certain circumstances, but if you know how to like when and how to roll out, that can really suck. Is that it? No, not yet. The up air's coming out though, and we've seen this Pyra kill power be huge. That's new. Sure. Anality, not really expecting that one, getting caught by it.
Yeah, it was a
And
great
straight
mix-up
into a
from
B&B.
Castle. And now we see here that's just struggling to land versus the speed of Mythra.
Yeah, and this mobility camping is working out really well, just baiting out all of these burst options. And Anality still unable to use go. These Pyra confirms have come in clutch. And even just like the raw Pyra strength, the up airs that we saw in the first stock, catches the jump though. And Anality is right back in this.
Can't be throwing out so many jumps off ledge versus Terry.
And Castle's STI is getting better, starting to get out of this power dunk rising tackle. 50-50, recognizing the spacing. Alright. Now you're just looking. Any kind of opening. Castle is looking for a down air up smash. And Anality, you can tell, kind of charges in a little bit anyway, still getting damage.
Yep.
Needs some kind of opening.
Castle looking for some sort of stray hit here just to confirm that stop.
Honestly, it feels like it's last hit.
Oh, yep, getting the sour spot of Prominence Revolt.
Yeah, Anality counting his lucky stars right now. Castle's still unable to get anything.
Anality's just drifting. Anality's just playing very well outside of Mythra's threat bubble. But, yep, a risky jumping off a plat when Castle can just go under it with Pyra.
And the huge up air comes out. And Castle takes a game off Anality. We haven't seen that since Lagspike 64. So this could be it. This could be the time where Castle kind of finally goes and makes this upset.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, this is actually the first game that no, no it isn't. My bad. It was the first game after the Terry, but that's not true. Anyway, we might see some actual stage bans here. Kalos is what I've been told. So this is probably like I could kind of understand this from Anality's perspective a little bit more. You've got a wider stage, a stage with a much higher ceiling. It's got a battlefield height ceiling, of course.
Yep, that's the one thing you'll notice. Castle never really killed off the side; he always killed off the top. So, giving Castle the type of stage to where he has to find these kills off the side will be a very big issue for him in a matchup where Anality can just drift outside of the burst range.
Yeah, it'll be challenging. Maybe you're gonna start looking for sort of down air to F smash, which we did see Castle go for in game 1. Just maybe a little bit more, because I know the Kalos Sledge to Blast Zone is kind of small. Neither of these characters have a wall jump though, so it's going to be easier to kind of deal with both of their recoveries. Because when they ride the stage, it's just going to make their recoveries a little bit more predictable. But at the same time, it'll be easier to tech stunt and spikes, that kind of thing. So there are advantages and disadvantages to both of them. I get why Castle left it open. I'm getting why Anality's picking it, and we shall see where or when we're going. We shall see how this turns out. Yeah, they're both in the arena. They're about to start, basically ready to go. Not exactly sure what we're waiting on, but we'll. If it's anything major, we'll try and relay it back to you.
Yeah, that's fair. He's probably doing something.
Yeah. All right. So Castle just needed a quick break, real quick. So when Castle's done with that, we will get back to winners quarterfinals of Lagspike. Of Lagspike 81. So I'm going to be checking how these two players do on this stage whilst we're here, since we haven't got much else to do. But what do you think we can take from the last couple games in terms of how you think the set's going to go? Because it has been a close one so far.
Honestly, Castle having finally got the knowledge on the fact that Anality can't really land. What makes him such a scary player in bracket is his advantage, the types of reads, the type of conditions. With how many brackets he does do, it's only natural that he does know what people will do in their disadvantage. But if you can work around that, if you can push him into disadvantage, he doesn't really seem to be consistent at getting out of it. So, honestly, I can see Castle finally getting the win he needs here off Anality.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And this Pythra, by the way, Castle does have about the same win rate on Kalos as per normal, 69%, and the average win rate is 72. So comfortable on here, not amazing or anything, but pretty comfortable. You can see why it's left open. Immediately trying to beeline for camping that top platform, or camping the side platforms, just because it's a lot harder for Terry to get to them, can't full hop to them, obviously. So when you have to use your double jump, means you have to commit quite a lot. But Anality still chasing Castle down. Very good start. Alright. not auto-canceling that power dunk. And Castle right back in this, could get an edge guard here, but doesn't. Okay, up smash. Still dying to that up smash, still being denied go. Remember, it is still battlefield ceiling height, so it's not as tall as we like to think of it. But obviously, you don't really want to go to town in this matchup, so
Yeah.
like it's understandable.
Terry on town being as much of a menace as he is, and Castle still living there. The Blossoms being very generous on Galos. But, jab, jab, uppy, yeah, barely gonna kill. It's a very strong kill confirm from Terry, and on a stage like this, you're never really expecting him to go for it due to the size of the ceiling on this stage.
Alright, and Castle starting to get chased down a little bit by Anality. Taking a good 57, and Anality right back in this can start forcing Castle to approach a little bit more as well. But Castle staying firm.
Anality's not really the type of player. Yeah, Anality's not the type of player to just sit back and wait.
Yeah, and Castle's trying to take advantage of that in this set. And it did work out last game, so we'll see.
Yep,
how it
as you
plays
can
out.
see here. Anality won't sit back, he will come to you.
Yeah, he's not going to play that game of chicken that Castle is
Yep,
winning,
Castle,
pretty much.
yeah.
Because
Castle
Anality doesn't
forcing
want to play
him.
it.
Yeah, Castle forcing him to go at him, and Anality struggling to wait. Anality doesn't have the patience required to deal with it. And as you can see here, Castle getting a lot of stray hits. Yep, there you go. Landing into that back air, Castle takes the lead.
Strong lead from
And-
Castle so far, obviously.
Yep, damage racking up.
Getting these
Amazing
footstools
performance.
consistently as well. I like the coverage with that dare to cover neutral attack and roll behind. Especially in the corner, that seems pretty good. And dare up tilt coming out. I mean, almost lapping Anality in percent now. Anality needs something huge to kill really early. Maybe a big kill combo. Anality getting a little bit frustrated, it seems, just through the playstyle.
Castle
and
has
the fact that
adapted
Castle
as
just
he's adapted as we said. He will just sit back and wait.
Oh, what a call out on the roll, though.
Yep,
Beautiful from
big
Anality.
up B, and that will be a stock. But as we see here, Castle sitting at a big lead, just needs to find those stray hits.
Anality with no jump, but Castle just didn't
Yeah,
expect
nah,
the air
there we
dodge
go.
in.
44% already. Prominence
Oh,
revolt.
yeah,
Not gonna kill. Yeah,
great DI.
got the wrong hitbox. That hitbox sends up. That's not the hitbox you want in this situation. But as we see,
Okay.
resorting back to the game of cat and mouse, trying to land a down air. Not going to get an up air though. But the F tilt will not take the game.
Catch
and
the
that's
air
still
dodge.
living.
This DI from Anality has been so good. And you know what? Anality could take this right from the death.
Gonna land with the power dunk. Great usage. Putting Castle off stage. There's that situation. Castle jumping up to that top platform, working around the power geyser, and that reverse up air is absolutely going to take the game.
Castle just keeping their cool in a terrifying situation and finally taking their first set off of Anality. That's a really big upset to see this